Sobat belajar, when someone tells us a story, it tells us much more. Can you spot the much more things that someone tells you when he or she tells you a story? Okay, taking for example, I'm gonna make it in phrase to make it easier for you to understand the extended information that it has. Ya, contohnya in the morning. In the morning. Okay, if someone said that I came to your house in the morning, it not only gives the information of the activity done at that time, but also the when, right? Jadi kalau misalnya ditanya, when did you come to my house? In the morning. Okay, nah itu contoh pertama, in the morning. In a sentence, in one sentence, tapi kalau ditambah dengan in the morning, we can also spot the time. Okay, that's the first example. Second one is that in the school, for example. Okay, nah itu dengan adanya informasi yang ada in-nya dan ditambah juga dengan the school, berarti kita tahu place-nya di mana, ya kan? In the school, in the hall, ya. Nah, sobat belajar, dua-duanya sama-sama menggunakan kata in the morning, dan juga in the hall, in the school. Nah, tapi dua informasi yang diberikan itu berbeda. Ada yang time, dan juga ada yang place. Tapi sebenarnya sama menggunakan in. Okay. Another example menggunakan on. Okay. First one. On street. On street. Satunya lagi on the bus. Or satu lagi deh. On Monday. On the street. On the bus. On Monday. Tiga-tiganya sama-sama menggunakan on. Tapi informasi yang diberikan itu berbeda. Yang dua, itu tentang place. Okay, on the street. Dan juga on the bus. Right? Nah, tapi dari dua ini juga ada differences-nya. Yang satu street, yang satu bus. Okay? Scope-nya beda, tapi sama bisa menggunakan on. Informasinya juga sama. Place. Nah, satu lagi on Monday. Sama menggunakan on, tapi dia emphasize-nya itu ke arah time. On Monday. Okay, an interesting one, another thing, contohnya adalah temannya mereka ada in, tadi udah kita bahas, ada on juga udah. Satunya lagi at. Okay, for example, at Easter, at Christmas. Okay, ketika ada sentence, terus added with at Christmas, at Easter, at Idul Fitr, kita tahu ini tentang when. Jadi kita bisa jawab pertanyaannya yang berkaitan dengan when atau time dengan informasi yang ada at-nya. But, sobat belajar, si at ini juga bisa followed by things yang bukan time. Contohnya place. For example, at the bus stop. Okay, at the bus stop. Nah, sobat belajar, dari examples yang tadi sudah Kariska mentioned, sobat belajar bisa see the difference. Ya, dan juga see the similarities among those examples. Walaupun mereka sama-sama menggunakan in, on, at, okay, they do possibly have different meaning. Nah, ini konteksnya ketika seseorang menceritakan suatu hal. Intinya adalah ada di sebuah cerita. Nah, dari sebuah cerita ini, kita bisa menambahkan apa lagi ya? Atau ada informasi apa lagi yang bisa kita dapat menggunakan in, on, at? Is there anything else? Well, sobat belajar, continue watching up to the very end of this video. Karena sekarang belajar mudah, ayo belajar!
Jangan lupa belajar, karena sekarang belajar itu mudah. Ayo belajar!
Hai, Sobat Belajar. Rizkas here and welcome to English Classroom. Well, Sobat Belajar, I suppose that you are really ready, okay, to have the English lesson today because I'm here, okay, Sobat Belajar. Nah, untuk episode kali ini, secara garis besar kita akan mempelajari tentang narrative text. Okay, I think this is really close to us, ya, narrative text. Ada di sekitar kita. Contohnya ada legend, ada fable, ada myth, ya. When I was younger, I loved fable because that's really interesting. Oke, Sobat Belajar. Nah, sekarang kita akan membahas lebih dalam lagi dan lebih jauh lagi ada apa aja sih di dalam narrative text itu. Ya, oke, Sobat Belajar. Kita akan mempelajari si narrative text ini specifically yang berkaitan dengan this one, language features. Oke, kita akan lihat di dalam narrative text itu ada features apa aja yang berkaitan dengan language. Okay, specifically of course in English. Ya, karena English punya banyak part of speech, ada banyak tenses, ada grammar things-nya juga. Nanti kita juga akan bahas tentang language features-nya. Okay, and next one about adverbial phrase of time and place. Nah, di sini kita akan dapat banyak informasi tentang detail dari ceritanya. Nah, detailnya itu tentang time and place, tapi adverbial phrase. Jadi adverb, Sobat Belajar, tapi dia bentuknya kompleks. Ya, kita akan lihat perpaduannya seperti apa supaya cerita yang kita buat itu lebih menarik. Ya, atau juga kenapa sih si writer of novel or narrative text itu bisa bikin kita keep reading the text or the story over and over again. Salah satu poinnya adalah letaknya di adverbial phrase of time and place. Ya. Next, kita juga akan mempelajari tentang definition, characteristic, purpose, and example dari narrative text ini. Jadi nanti kalau Sobat Belajar lagi baca sesuatu, langsung tahu, oh ini contohnya narrative text yang sudah dipelajari bareng sama Kariska. Ya, oke. And last but not least, kita juga akan mempelajari tentang generic structure-nya si narrative text. Why this is really important? Karena dengan structure yang smooth, oke, kita bisa memahami lebih mudah si ceritanya. Oke, Sobat Belajar? Well, untuk episode kali ini, kita akan mempelajari si adverbial phrase of time and place in narrative text. Ya, kita akan lihat ada adverb time and place apa aja sih di narrative text. Ya, contohnya seperti apa. Oke, dan untuk menjawab pertanyaan apa or why are those there. Ya. Okay. Let's see, Sobat Belajar. Okay. We have here, okay, to represent, yeah, the narrative text. Okay, this is the indigenous people. Okay, so, Sobat Belajar, there are 3 acts that we're gonna do here. Start from the act number 1. Kita lihat ya. Okay. Yeah. We start with a question. What kind of adverb found in narrative text? Okay, what kind of adverb found in narrative text? Ada apa aja adverb? Okay, karena adverb itu ada beberapa ya, Sobat Belajar. Kita punya adverb of time to answer about when, namanya juga time. Ya, terus ada adverb of place, of course, untuk jawab pertanyaan where. Ya, terus ada adverb of manner, ini tentang apa pertanyaannya? Oke, tentang how. Satu lagi, adverb of degree, this is more about intensity. Nah, sekarang pertanyaannya, what kinds of adverb found in narrative text? Karena kinds, berarti Sobat Belajar sudah mulai bisa think about it kalau dalam narrative text ini more than one adverb. Yeah, okay, so prepare everything that will help you, okay, to jot down or to take note of what we learned together today. Yeah, okay, so Sobat Belajar, Itu tadi ya, act number 1, kita sudah tahu akan menemukan apa untuk episode kali ini. Nah, selanjutnya adalah, here we go, contoh dari si narrative text-nya itu. Nah, dari sini kita bisa lihat nanti ada adverb apa aja. Kan tadi pertanyaannya, what kinds of adverb found in narrative text? Ya, oke, so sobat belajar kita bisa lihat di sini the story of Lake Toba. Ya, the story of Lake Toba. See, once upon a time. Okay, you can spot the once upon a time. Yeah, sini. Okay, oh, to make it clear, I'm gonna make it in red. Okay, this one. Once upon a time, there was a man who was living in North Sumatra. Okay, in North Sumatra. Okay, once upon a time. Dari kata time-nya, dan juga once upon a time, this provides information about the when, right? And about the North Sumatra, this is also expresses the information about the where. Okay? Go on, he lived in a simple hut. In a simple hut? In a farming field. Okay? This is fascinating, sobat belajar, karena dalam satu kalimat itu dia ada doubles in. Ya, double in. Okay, next. He did some gardening and fishing for his daily life. That's for the first paragraph. Go on. One day, while the man was do something. Okay, here is fishing, but we got the information about time here. While the man was do fishing. Nah, while ini, sobat belajar, intinya adalah ada aktivitas yang berbarengan at the same time. Ya, dia menggunakan while. He caught a big golden fish in his trap. It was the biggest catch which he ever had in his life. Surprisingly, this fish turned into a beautiful princess. Wow, amazing. He fell in love with her and proposed her to be his wife. Okay? She said, yes, but you have to promise not to tell anyone about the secret that I was once a fish. I was once a fish. Long time ago, it was a fish. Yeah? Otherwise, there will be a huge disaster. The man made the deal and they got married, lived happily, and had a daughter. Okay, nah di sini kita ada spot adverb juga, happily. This is really common one, happily. Yeah, and had a daughter. Okay, that's from the second paragraph. Next, few years later, this daughter would help bringing lunch to her father out in the fields. One day, his daughter was so hungry, and she ate her father's lunch. Unfortunately, he found out and got furious and shouted, "You damned daughter of a fish!" Okay? The daughter ran home and asked her mother. The mother started crying, felt sad that her husband had broken his promise. That's sad, right? So what matter? Okay. Next, then she told her daughter to run up the hills because a huge disaster was about to come. When her daughter left, okay, she prayed. Soon, There was a big earthquake followed by non-stop pouring rain. The whole area got flooded and became Toba Lake. She turned into a fish again, and the man became the island of Samsun. Oke, sobat belajar. Nah, dari cerita ini, the story of Lake Toba, in 4 paragraphs, right? We found many things yang sudah kita highlight, ya. Ada once upon a time in North Sumatra, in a simple hut, in a farming field, one day, while the man was do fishing, once, happily, few years later, one day, when her daughter left, and soon. Oke, sobat belajar. Nah, yang Kariska highlight ini, itu akan menjawab pertanyaan di awal. Ya, what kinds of adverb found in narrative text? Oke, nah, specifically, kita akan fokus ke time and place. Ya, nah dari sini, Kariska belum kasih tahu nih ke sobat belajar mana yang time, mana yang place. But let's make it clear. First one here, once upon a time. Okay, namanya juga once upon a time. Udah kelihatan dari once-nya dan diperkuat dengan time. Ini sobat belajar adalah contoh dari adverb of time in narrative text. Okay, once upon a time. Yeah, this is a very common one in narrative text. Once upon a time. This tells you about the time. Okay, go on. In North Sumatra. In North Sumatra. What about this? In North Sumatra. Yes, this is about place, adverb of place, because from this we can ask, where did it happen? Where did it happen? In North Sumatra. Okay, and next one, in a simple hut, in a farming field. This is obvious, yeah? Hut and field. This is about place. Okay, next one day. Okay, one day. Day is time, isn't it? Yeah, and while the man was do fishing. Okay, I know this can be confusing. Okay, karena while itu ada dua, ini sobat belajar, you can say it, ada dua functions. Okay, nah di sini dia itu sebagai time. While the man was do fishing. Yang tadi Kariska juga sudah mentioned, dengan menggunakan while berarti activity-nya itu berbarengan dengan activity yang lain. Nah, okay, this one, once. Okay, this also tells about time. Yeah, next one, happily. Yeah, happily. Of course, this is an adverb, tapi ini tidak akan kita bahas dulu lebih jauh karena kita fokus dulu ke time and place. Ya, tapi happily ini adverb of manner. Happily, with happiness, with pleasure. Ya, okay. Few years later. From this, you can also know that this is about time, of course. Few years later. Yeah, years. Okay, and next one day. Again, day. Ya, itu juga time. And when her daughter left. Nah, ini dia saudara dengan si while, sama-sama untuk time. Ya, when her daughter left soon. Ya, sobat belajar, soon. Itu juga merupakan adverb of time yang ada di contoh narrative text ini. Oke, jadi it is approved, ya. Sobat belajar, and it is proven kalau di dalam narrative text itu kita menemukan adverb of time and of course adverb of place. Oke, nah dari sini sobat belajar, let's have another thing. Tadi sudah. Nah, ini dia. Kenapa sih pertanyaannya ada adverb of time in narrative text? Nah, dari kata-katanya, sobat belajar, time here itu berarti to express the time, to informs the time, ya. To answer when the action happened, how long, and how often questions. Ya, jadi si adverb of time ini intinya untuk menjawab pertanyaan when. But, dia nggak cuma when generally, tapi dia juga bisa untuk menjawab frequency, contohnya adalah how often, like rarely, always, every time, every day, ya. Itu untuk how often. How about how long, Kariska? Oke, how long sobat belajar bisa menggunakan for. For 1 year, for a year. Atau bisa menggunakan since last weekend, since last month, since last year. Oke, bisa juga gunakan. Ya, sobat belajar, jadi fungsinya si adverb of time ini of course namanya juga time untuk menjawab pertanyaan yang berkaitan dengan when. Nah, dari when itu juga termasuk si how long and how often. Ya, nah ini examples-nya. Oke, not limited to this, tapi ini contohnya namanya juga for examples ya. Sobat belajar, ada once upon a time yang tadi udah kita lihat, ada one day, terus yang menggunakan while the man do fishing, while the man was doing fishing, ya. Few years later, okay, when her daughter left, soon after, and 4 years. Oke, ya, sobat belajar, jadi ini adverb of time. Oke, nah again, ini untuk menjawab tentang when. Ya, when, how long, and how often. Oke, and next one, about place. Karena tadi kita mentionnya 2, jadi yang ini tentang place. Of course, to answer where questions. Jadi untuk menjawab pertanyaan yang mengandung unsur where. Asking about place. Ya, sobat belajar. Such as in North Sumatra, in a simple hut, wherever he worked, wherever. Ya, variasinya. Terus ada miles away. You are miles away. Okay? Near the backyard. Okay? On the street. Nah, ini tadi contohnya yang miles away. Okay, kalau you are miles away, itu berarti dia more about the place. Nah, miles away ini untuk adverb of place-nya, sobat belajar, in a complex way juga bisa digunakan ya. Okay, and near the backyard, on the street, okay, behind the field, under the moonlight. Okay, dan ini juga contohnya ada in front of, ya, ada between, ada behind, on, in, under, beside, above, and near. Nah, kalau dia adverbial phrase, berarti dia complex one. For example, in. Nah, itu sobat belajar bisa tambahkan yang lain. Contohnya, in North Sumatra. Jadi nggak cuma in Sumatra, tapi in North Sumatra. More complex one. Itu phrase. Ya, jadi phrase itu dia more than one word. Oke, nah ini contohnya. Intinya adalah adverb of place to answer where questions. Oke. Alright, sobat belajar, let's see. Nah, tadi kita sudah membahas ya tentang si adverbial phrase of time and place. Sekarang kita go to the exercise 1. Nah, categorize the following adverbs whether it is of place or time. Okay. Long time ago, number 1. Long time ago. Dari kata ago here, ada time juga. So, what is it? This one is time. Ya, udah kelihatan ada time-nya, dan ago juga specific. This is for time. Ya, long time ago means that long time ago. Just in the past. Ya. And this one, in the next year. In the next year. Ya. Ada year di sini. Okay, so it is easy. This is adverb of time. Okay. Next one, In a small hut. In a small hut. This is place. Okay, hut. In small. Okay, you can also spot the small here. This is about place, about size. Yeah. And on the land. On the land. The land. Nah, ini berarti untuk place. Okay. So, sobat belajar, again, from this exercise, you can see contohnya si in, itu dia bisa digunakan untuk dua fungsi adverb. Ada adverb of time dan juga adverb of place. It depends on the word followed or comes after the in. Ya, berlaku juga untuk an, okay? In on, I mean, untuk on, dan juga at. Ya, sobat belajar. So, that's for the adverbial phrase of time and place found in narrative text. Okay, jadi kalau adverb of place, this is the answer to question where. Ya, namanya juga place. Okay, nah kalau time, you can see from the word time, this is the answer the question of when. Ya, nah when ini di broken down lagi bisa untuk menjawab how long and how often. Okay, sobat belajar. Nah, si adverbial phrase of time and place ini yang juga bisa kita lihat di dalam narrative text. Okay, so the text or the story will be so much more interesting. Ya, sobat belajar. So, this is for today for the adverbial phrase of time and place found in narrative text. Wow, this is really easy, right, to understand the narrative text by having the adverbial phrase of time and place. Well done, sobat belajar. Karena sekarang belajar mudah, ayo belajar.
Jangan lupa belajar, karena sekarang belajar itu mudah. Ayo belajar!